Thank you very much for joining us on the programme. Pleasure to get your insight. We now move on. President Donald Trump has said he did not discuss Britain's plan to recognise a Palestinian state during his recent meeting with the UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer in Scotland. This comes despite Starmer's announcement that the UK could officially back Palestinian statehood at the United Nations General Assembly in September. Speaking aboard Air Force One, US President Trump revealed the following.
Discussed it, surprisingly. It was never really discussed. Maybe a little bit at the news conference, but he was sort of discussing it with you. We never did discuss it, and we have no view on that. We're going to get a lot of money to the area so they can get some food. He's going to also. Well, you could make the case that you're rewarding people, that, you know, you're rewarding Hamas if you do that. And I don't think they should be rewarded. So I'm not in that camp, to be honest.
He also revealed that the US has sent food aid for relief in Gaza, but stressed that he wants to ensure it is used wisely and distributed properly. We are covering Donald Trump's statements on the ongoing Gaza war. This follows Israel's Prime Minister's statements that say the UK's plans to recognise a Palestinian state in September if Israel does not announce a ceasefire are a reward for Hamas. As you can see, Donald Trump there echoing the statement of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The British Prime Minister, of course, Keir Starmer, has announced that along with France, the UK would recognise a Palestinian state at the United Nations in September if no progression is made towards a ceasefire and aid is continued throughout the region. Around 140 countries formally recognise a Palestinian state. Last week, France also pledged to do so, making it the first country in the G7 to do that. The UK has now said it will join France in doing so if Israel does not make progress towards a ceasefire and the humanitarian situation improves. It comes as a UN-backed food security body said the Gaza Strip is the worst case of famine that is currently playing out there. Around 100 aid lorries crossed into Gaza yesterday. However, many aid organizations and humanitarian foundations are saying that this is not enough and they need a constant flow of 500 to 600 lorries every single day to improve the humanitarian situation in Gaza. Israel, of course, does not allow international news organizations into the Gaza Strip. And so it's very, very hard to get this information, which leaves many news outlets, news organizations, news agencies using Palestinian journalists, independent Palestinian journalists in the Gaza Strip to get this information out. We're just reiterating that the President Donald Trump has echoed Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's statements that recognizing a Palestinian state, which the UK has said it's going to do, is a reward to Hamas. Now we move over to Europe.